The Drake Hotel in Chicago was the ultimate luxury hotel at the turn of the 20th century. Over the years, it's played host to royalty, sports celebrities, movie stars, and presidents. But during Prohibition, from 1922 until 1933, it also played host to another crowd, the Chicago Mafia. Al Capone, Frank Nitti, Paul Ricca, and Tony Accordo.
It's said that the Drake was their hangout, where they'd meet with local politicians to discuss business and their latest shipment of illicit booze. Frank Nitti, Capone's right-hand man, even lived there for a number of years. Lavish and expensive, the Drake was just the type of place you'd expect to find the lords of the Chicago underworld.
So for all of its notoriety and fame, how did one of the most lavish bars end up finding a home in a small town in New Mexico known for its gunfights and lawlessness? To find out, we went to that small town for ourselves.
The double Eagle de Mesilla occupies a nondescript adobe building that you probably wouldn't even notice. Its entrance and its luxury are hidden from the street behind a wrought iron gate.
The double Eagle de Mesilla sits at 2355 Calle de Guadalupe in the town of Mesilla, New Mexico, just north of the Texas-New Mexico border. The town of Mesilla enjoys a rich history that includes some of the most notorious figures of the Old West, like Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett.
The double Eagle sits directly across the street from the spot where the Gadsden Purchase was signed, and catty-corner to a century-old Catholic basilica. Inside the bar, guests quickly notice the rich mahogany of the antique bar and the opulence of the decor.
To learn about its history and its origins, we met with Jerry Harrell, general manager of the Double Eagle.
The Double Eagle building is on the National Historic Register here in the town of Mesilla, and it's one of 9 buildings listed on the National Historic Register. It was the first building built in the town, started around the plaza here. Was built by the Maíz family, import-exporters from Santa Fe.
The building served as a family residence from its building in the mid-1800s well into the 20th century, until it was finally used for cotton storage in the 1960s. It was bought by the oil mogul Robert O. Anderson in 1970, and he spared no expense in turning it into an award-winning restaurant. That included locating and purchasing an ornate, hardwood, antique bar from a collector back east. As they found out, the bar itself had a rich history.
Well, the bar itself came from the Drake Hotel in Chicago, Illinois. And in fact, one of our employees was up there a couple of years ago and showed some pictures. They actually found an employee who recognized the bar and knew what it was from. It's from a basement bar in the Drake. We're not sure when it opened in the Drake, but it was in their basement and was during Prohibition. So it was part of the speakeasy times. It came in pretty bad shape for the top. The top was kind of beat up a lot. And so we looked for some oak wood to replenish the top and make it whole again. And they were tearing down a basketball court over in Deming, about 60 miles away from us here in New Mexico. And so we used the flooring from that basketball court to replace the floor. If you look, you can see the exact, it looks just like a basketball court, stained a little darker. Sam Donaldson, the news reporter from ABC News, grew up in this area and is retired back to this area. He brings people in all the time and he tells people he used to play basketball on this bar top.
Anderson surrounded the bar with even more opulent appointments, from the original artwork to the antique furniture.
All the artwork dates from 1880 to 1910. It's all original works. It's all museum quality. The value is basically priceless. The ceiling is antique pressed tin,
wow.
And it's been gold leafed, hand done, with those indentations hand hammered.
Wow.
So,
was it awesome?
At its core, though, the place is still a bar.
Well, we specialize in margaritas. We've won a number of awards with our margaritas in various contests and things like that. So that's the number one seller. We have various flavors. People's tastes vary between the traditional, which is actually pretty tart and tough,
right,
to the more normal sweet margarita that most people really like.
We asked the bartender, Matt, to walk us through making the margarita that wins so many of the contests they enter.
Eagle award-winning margarita. Start with a little bit of salted rim, nice scoop of ice, a little bit of lime juice, a reposado tequila, orange-based tequila liqueur, a little sweet and sour, and a little bit of Grand Gullet to top her off. little rim of lime, squeeze of orange, and a straw. Double Eagle Margarita.
So you made our famous drinks today,
Yes, sir.
right? Can you tell us what you made for us?
Yes, the margarita right here is our award-winning Double Eagle Margarita. It's renowned. We have won multiple awards for it. It's just overall nectar of the gods.
Oh, yeah, that's good. The margarita was fantastic. They also add a southwestern flair to other drinks as well. And what is this little?
The little concoction we have here. This is the Double Eagle specialty infused vodka. It's roasted green chilies, and we let it sit for about a week, and just the flavor comes out.
To make their infusion, they first fire roast some fresh green chili from local vendors. Then they let it soak in vodka for at least a week.
Give it a sip. Give it a sip. It's worthwhile.
That's hot.
Is it spicy?
Yeah, it is. That tastes just like a green chili.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly like a green chili.
It goes really well in a Bloody Mary or in a martini perhaps as well. It's phenomenal. Still using Tabasco. We get the real flavor going in there instead of the fake stuff.
The infused vodka is mainly used for their specialty Bloody Mary, which Matt was nice enough to mix up for us.
We're going to make our green chili Bloody Mary. We're going to use our green chili infused vodka. A little bit of a roastage on the chili. A scoop of ice. Dash of Worcestershire sauce. A little bit of celery, salt, and pepper mix. Squirt of lime juice. A little squirt of olive juice. Clamato to top her off. Quick shake. Salted rim. Squeeze a lime. 2 olives for good luck. And a straw. Double Eagle green chili Bloody Mary.
Wow, that's probably one of the best, if not the best, Bloody Mary I've ever had. That's delicious. That's good. That's very good.
As he takes another drink.
That's good. You got to try that. The Double Eagle is certainly known for its gourmet food, but it's also becoming renowned for serving the world's largest green chili cheeseburger, a 22-ounce behemoth that we just had to try. They start by using an all-beef 22-ounce patty, flame grilled. Then they grill 5 to 6 fresh roasted green chilies. They top the meat with the chili, then top that with a Mexican cheese called queso fresco, known for its mildness. That's finally topped with pico de gallo, which has tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and jalapeno peppers. All of this on a custom-made toasted white bun. Now I'm going to attempt to take a bite. That is tasty.
No visit to the Double Eagle would be complete without stopping in to their ghost room, where the victims of a 100-year-old tragedy still haunt their old residence.
According to Jerry, the aristocrat owners of the original residence, the Mayas family, didn't approve of their son, Armando, having relations with Inez, the daughter of one of their servants. On a particular day, Mrs. Mayes, the wealthy owner of the hacienda, found her son in bed with the lowly Inez and became enraged.
Said she grabs her sewing shears, and in those days they were a big pair of scissors, and she attacks Inez, stabs her to death, and in the struggle she stabbed her own son, and he died in the same room 3 days later.
For years, nobody knew about the murders. The Mayes family moved soon thereafter back to Mexico, and it was reported that Mrs. Mayes went insane. But then, by chance, 2 chairs were placed in the room where the murders occurred when the Double Eagle was initially being decorated in the early 1970s.
The decorator put a couple of chairs in the corner of this kind of square room to kind of fill space, and the chairs immediately started wearing out. And if you look closely, you can see the wear marks, and they're exactly where somebody would be sitting with their back, with the arms, and on the seat. And if you look closely on the front of the seat, you can see that one of the chairs is worn very evenly across the front, and one of the chairs is worn like in 2 spots where somebody's wearing pants. So we know that that chair belongs to Inez, and the chair with 2 spots belongs to Armando. And so this is their room, and it was named the Carlotta Room after Empress Carlotta of Mexico before they found out about the ghosts.
The Double Eagle de Mesilla is extravagant, with priceless works of art on every wall and in every corner. But it's more than that. It's ghosts of the Chicago Mafia and Mexican aristocrats. It's a story surrounded by opulence. It's truly history.